WCA. Kind of expect that to happen again. But, yeah, I mean, who's going top? I guess we'll impact on one side. We'll see.
We'll have absolutely no idea until
this
champ select is done. But Maple, you can see, is at least in the top lane position in champion select.
Yeah, I mean, if the hovers are to be believed, we don't actually see any LeBlancs here. And it is all fun and games until someone starts losing terribly. Then they're not having any fun. Because that's the thing you have to remember with these guys. They're all competitive, and winning is actually very fun. So expect them to try and think a little bit about their picks and try pretty hard.
Yeah, we saw some interesting things as well as far as item builds. So Ari was almost considered a pseudo AD carry in this mode towards the bottom lane with some hybrid builds, with some flat AD builds that we saw.
Let's not talk about the Trinity Force, Ari. Come on.
Yeah, in the end, it was honestly just AP Ari that was a little bit more effective, but I'm glad that people have been playing around with it.
All right, we got one lock in here. Karsa.
No.
We got more lock-ins. Oh, what? Mouse went Yasuo?
Yeah, Mouse is going to be playing the Yasuo. Wayless hasn't quite yet locked in. I really want the Diana. Wayless was a legacy Diana player, of course. His Kassadin's very good.
Exactly.
That's what I want, as Faker is thinking about
Don't do it,
the
Faker.
Master Yi.
He would. None of them have locked in on Team
Master Yi has played this in real games, or Faker has played this in real games as well. So that's interesting how everything is locked in on ice, and just now.
Oh my goodness.
We saw one Akali. It didn't really work that well, but maybe QTV can make it happen.
There are so many massive damage dealers on the side of Team Fire, but it's looking relatively similar, but with
really cool.
Multiple Yasuos?
Yeah. I was really expecting to see LeBlanc because it's the #1 pick champion when it's left up in normal games, but now suddenly in an assassin matchup. Everyone, I'm happy to see the amount of variety we're seeing here. Having Bjergsen on Katarina is super cool because I was hoping he'd pull it out because he's been practicing the crap out of that champion over in NA, so this will be fun.
I think the cool thing, though, is Faker's going to be jungling Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix's pretty much like 100% for the jungle and assassin modes at IWCA, but now Faker's going to try his hand on it up against Jankos.
Well, we want to hear from you guys. Hop on to Twitter. Tweet at LOL Esports. Use the hashtag FireWin if you think that Bjergsen and Faker are going to be able to take it, or hashtag IceWin if you think it's Wayless and Maple as far as the mid lane off is concerned. I didn't actually see any smites on the side of Team Fire. We are going to hop onto Summoner's Rift now, though. It's winter time, but there is plenty of action ready to come.
Yeah, may not have seen the smite. Faker definitely
there it is.
He
brought it back.
Jungle Faker. There were two junglers technically on ice. I was wondering if Karsa was going to bring smite, since we did see double smite in the marksman mode, but he'll probably be going.
The casual support.
He'll probably be going bottom lane or support. We'll see if anyone kind of bites the bullet. No support items early. Actually, a Dark Seal from Wayless.
Yeah, he is not pulling any punches. Ooh, clear the ward out.
I do like that from Wayless. We know him as a pretty all-in player. Goes with the Dark Seal, makes sure that he continues with that style.
It's a snowball kind of game, right? I mean, it's definitely going to suit longer this game goes on.
Bjergsen is practicing throwing his knives around. I like it.
Look at those mechanics.
Faker's getting intimidated right now. He's chasing him.
It's a good thing he's on the same team.
Get away.
Yep, there it is.
I want to jungle.
I assume going for that leash, so that should be fine. Faker thinking about starting on a camp here as Impact is bullied to come down and help him out.
Minions have spawned.
Now, so looks to be going towards the top side of the map, despite the fact that he is in the middle of your screen at the moment.
So we might get a cheeky invade after all. Impact's going through, and Faker's going to be following him in there. Mouse, there's a word on that. They don't see Jankos, but they should have seen him get into the brush.
Well, they probably know that there's most likely a
QTV! It's okay, he's fine. He's got a Shroud.
Oh no, taking Shroud first. That is not what you want.
Here we go. Faker and Impact.
Last invade.
Yeah.
Go right in.
Who's going to get the smite?
Pops over, surprise!
There it is.
On to Jankos. Oh, man. And the blue buff gets picked up by Faker.
Yeah, Jankos had the smite to heal.
Oh, he's in trouble. Uses the flash, but not going to get hit by the tornado.
All right, and Karsa comes out the bushes.
Kind of regrets it a lot of damage. As in goes QTV. The exhaust is down on him, but he's back invisible again.
Oh, wait, hold on. Karsa way too low. He has to jump back at QTV.
Oh, but Deception does it as QTV. They're looking for the traders. Maple, one auto attack. It's empowered. He's running the wrong direction. I have a feeling QTV, this is almost lights out. Gets himself back. Team Fire with the plays early.
What a flashy move.
Oh my goodness, he didn't have anything really. He thought he was completely dead. Maple had flash as well. It almost seemed like he was just kind of mannering him for that kill, and he ends up missing it entirely.
These are the kind of Keystone masteries that you're looking for in any high-action game, gentlemen. A couple of Furas, but just Thunderlords.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah, Yasuo mirror matchup up top, pretty fun. Impact Mouse. Impact has been a little better traditionally in the 1v1 solo top lane, but We'll see how Faker and Jankos affect that lane.
That's might be a bit of an understatement there, but he's got
Mouse has
Yasuo.
had
It's
his
okay.
day in the sun. Impact
Yeah,
has just
that's
been much
true.
longer
That's
and
true. Oh, charm.
better.
I'm super surprised that Mouse didn't decide to go with the Echo, which is available, because one of his all-time, best performing champions during the regular split was the Echo. Did like to build it relatively damage heavy as well, and we saw it earlier on in this tournament. Decides instead the Yasuo is the way he wants to go. Bjergsen's fighting Wayless, but he's taking a lot of damage, has to Shumpo out. Wayless just says, nope, I'm having none of that.
Smart move there.
He actually up in farm is Wayless as well, but we know that Katarina does struggle a little bit early for a melee matchup that may not necessarily be as much the case. These guys just fight all the time.
We've seen a lot of Yasuo on Yasuo for sure. Enough of it in that one matchup. See how Impact takes to it. Definitely punishing Mouse right here. Not giving him a chance. Fire one up on that kill, but I mean, it could have easily been another one equalized. QTV had that sick juke flash.
Oh, cute little knock up there from Mouse. Evens out this particular lane. Because I feel like we could just talk about the Yasuo v Yasuo this entire time as they are continuing to fight forever.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah. If this was directed camera, I have a feeling it would just be up top lane the entirety of this game.
This is the most interesting thing. We also did just come in off of 1v1s. The 18-minute game was about the length of 2 1v1s before that, so it feels like we're just coming right off that mode. No Mata in this game, unfortunately.
But we got Karsa, we got Maple. They were pretty hyped in the last one. And here comes Karsa onto Optimus, chasing him down. Jankos is coming through, sends the spikes out, leaps it, and Jankos picks the kill. Meanwhile, Maple is going to polish off QTV. No flash this time.
Yeah, not going to be able to juke any fancy maneuvers as Maple just slices him in half. There's going to be an extra couple back here for Ice.
Yeah, I'm glad we're seeing a lot of action in the bottom lane as well. I hope the gold can kind of equalize out. I kind of feel sorry for some of the people that have to duo lane in these modes sometimes. I'm thinking there's just not as much farm down there. And since it's such a snowbally mode with everyone on Assassins, they're just not going to have a good time. But when they get kills early, as we even saw in the one-for-all, it's actually the duo lane Lee Sin that had the most.
Whoa!
That was a
just
weird
blocked.
one.
Yeah,
Mouse doesn't leave. Charge up the flow one more time. Has it underneath this turret as Faker's not going to be able to get his way in. Big minion wave though. There's a dive opportunity up in the top lane. Level 5 is being gathered, but no level 6. It's now Mouse. He's in a whole host of trouble, and Faker just slices him in half.
Yeah, he had to run face first into that one. Nowhere to go close to the trap. So 2-2, fire to Ice right now. Let's take a look one more time at this bottom lane.
Shenanigans that unfurled.
Yeah, QTV trying to hide in stealth, but unfortunately he's not doing anything while he's there. And it just allows Jankos to run and kill the other guy. Then the invisibility runs out, and Maple's easily able to pick that one out.
Throws down the smoke screen.
Turns
TV,
out-
guys.
Turns out that Akali Rengar isn't that effective of a duo lane.
Not the best one. Although, I mean, I guess they're against each other, so we're not actually seeing that one just yet. There's a lot of invisibility, though. We'll wait until level 6 is hit so that
The
Karsa
Akali
can be
Ari much
invisible
better.
as well.
Clearly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
We
saying.
saw a
So
lot
Akali
of-
Ari, that's exactly what we're
We saw a lot of the Ari, but enough about that is Jankos. You know, we're finding a lot more Kazakhs on Kazakhs. Faker finds out that Jankos was already up there.
Yeah, whoever does
back
the
off.
most buttons wins, generally, as Wayless does have level 6. That Riftwalk is there as Faker walks over this ward. Wayless gets in there. Oh my god! Instantly popped him!
Jesus!
Yep. The flash to the instant stacked up
Yeah.
Riftwalk into all of his abilities gives a rather unreal amount of burst.
That was ludicrous.
Yeah, that I did not expect that to happen.
Well, not to mention the revolver he has as well, given the extra magic damage on hit. So really just everything he could throw at him.
Meanwhile, everyone fighting here down towards the bottom side as Optimus just gets sliced by Karsa. QTV now looking for Maple. One more Q's gonna do it.
Oh,
Get
but wait,
there. Does find it as now QTV.
Quick,
I have
invisible.
a feeling once again running for his life, and Karsa's gonna be able to slice him up.
He's handling things on bottom. He's got it on lockdown. Maple is just the bait.
Yep. Bjergsen, we haven't seen too much of him this game so far.
It's been quiet for Bjerg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katarina takes a little bit of time. He should be able, now that he has his ultimate, to maybe make some plays. It's so tricky against Captain, though, because of that early magic shield. This is
hold on, though.
So much damage. The Ignite is still there. Bjergsen, is he going to survive? Oh my god, yes, Wayless, the last tick. And he's going to even it out 1-for-1.
Yeah, he ignited them right as he died, and I couldn't quite see if minions were actually autoing him or not, and if he thought he was just going to be able to live through that. That Ignite seemed to last longer than expected.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this one more time, because Maple kind of instantly regrets jumping in, but Karsa's like, it's okay, I got your back, it's all right, and never mind, I'm going to go kill Optimus instead.
Kazak's off.
Oh!
Gets in is Faker, who does land a W as well, but Karsa's here. Faker's trying to make this a 1-for-1. Oh my god, Jankos! Just smacks him and gets into the brush.
Yeah, the 2v1 a little bit better than level 65.
Meanwhile, Yasuo off is happening again, but yeah, definitely when you combine the power of Rengar and Kha'Zix are normally fighting each other, but clearly they're powerful together.
Interesting maneuver there as Mouse windwalls absolutely nothing, and Impact just slices him in half, uses the flash just for fun.
Top died.
Yep, that's not going very well for Mouse
Nope.
at this point. The thing about mirror matchups as well is there's not really much coming back
Yeah.
when you fall behind.
It's like,
Wait, it's
hang
okay,
on.
I outscale. Oh.
Yeah, we've got the same buttons, but mine do more.
Yeah.
Pure mechanics, Atlas.
Yeah, precisely. Well, at least the first kill, most certainly, going to be that. So now it's 0-2 for Mouse. Has the teleport, you know, almost has a zeal, which is great. Wayless throws down a cheeky Q onto Bjergsen. Death Lotus now available, but remember, the Null Sphere does interrupt it. Doesn't necessarily silence anymore.
Yeah.
He's got the damage.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Yeah, no chance to get
Yeah.
in and punish.
Bjerg was kind of hoping to bait out a Q, so to speak, so he'd be able to go in, but Wayless knew the game. He's very easily able to fly in that.
He baited out a whole lot more than that. Couldn't handle the health bar. All right, so let's look across the map. In these modes, obviously, you're going to see not a whole lot of towers getting taken right away. It's all about the kills as Faker and Jankos find each other.
Just switching positions here as Karsa gets in. Looks like he was killed by the popcorn, but it is going to be the Rengar that grabs it.
What is it about Karsa just killing Faker in all of their games? You wouldn't think that it would happen as a jungler, but Faker just keeps opting in accidentally to these 1v2s against Jankos and Karsa.
He's looked good on that Rengar.
Reno as well. Massive kill participation as QTV.
Oh, invisible!
What?
That
Don't
doesn't
move.
help. That
They
actually
can't see
doesn't
you.
do anything. It's invisibility. It's a controller does not see it.
Oh!
The Shadow Dance splash gets him out. Now Optimus makes his way back in. That was cute. As, yeah, control ward a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah, a little unlucky. Still thinking it's a ping. That's okay. Now Bjergsen's tagged up top, and he finds Mouse. Oh, the Death Lotus, the hop!
Just
And
too
Bjerg claims
good.
one.
I feel so bad for Mouse right now. It is
Oh,
not
finally!
okay, this fun game mode.
Finally, the Yasuo's gone. I can.
Yeah. At least Mouse had a great world, so he can.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Jack.
Wow.
That's called twisting the knife.
I'm sorry.
And you don't do that. I
Yeah,
mean,
Bjerg
it's
had enough of
twisted
it.
enough already.
Hey.
The LPL guy has to defend. Top lane of ADG.
Go for it.
It's a rough
doing the
life.
best that I can. It's been a rough year. Jankos now just going to clear out this jungle, stealing it away from Faker as Faker grabs himself his own blue buff. Handy thing about not having a mana user in the mid lane means that you can get away with this. Bjergsen lurking. As the Death Lotus almost back off cooldowns, about 3/4 of the way through.
My Mouse should know something's up by now. There's no way I get a free
There's
lane
always
this long.
more people
Oh,
in his
wait!
lane.
There's always something up.
Oh, God.
Fadeaway ignite! Oh, God.
Oh, that's
And
dear.
Randy Wayless is going to be dead.
Super dead.
that situation up top lane where you're thinking, if there are two people in this brush, I am dead. Let me check it.
Face check it.
Yeah. He did
Surely
try
my
and
day
ward,
couldn't get any
but he
worse.
just had no escape.
Oh.
So it's just not a good situation. He's getting no help, and he's already just
He's got that trinket up, though, so we can spot it next time.
Hey, if
No
he dies
stuff
enough,
is
though, it'll be worth no money.
very
Wait,
true.
That's
just
my
be
solo queue
distracted.
strategy, Atlas.
Wouldn't surprise me, Pyrotechnics.
Hey, feed to win used to work.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll utilize that one as well. As Maples just going to hang out here in this circle.
He can
Throws
only
down
go
the
one
ward.
way.
No funny business
Nope.
to be done as another Shadow Dash gets QTV out of the way. He just really likes going the wrong direction, however. Doesn't have the flash, so he can't get over this side.
Oh,
Jankos just
woo.
comes in and says, thank you very much for the kill.
Luck ran out.
That's that one. 9-8 now
Yeah.
in favor of Ice.
Always seems to be these Kha'Zixes that just get pretty ridiculous, and it just comes down to whose Kha'Zix is better. Is it Kazai? Is that how that works?
Plural is, personally.
I don't know. I'm not really up to date on Void grammar, unfortunately. And Mouse is just... Oh,
Okay.
man. He's fine for now, but
Help
still.
is not on the way, so he should run very far.
It's
from
just
that
like an
turret.
EDG game.
Oh dear.
It just
Please!
feels good.
Goodbye.
Just tanking up the turret, but just so much damage from everyone in this mode. Now it's a decent charm. Optimus flashes himself out of the way, but Jankos comes down, and this is why Kha'Zix is just busted in this mode.
Yeah.
No one has any health, Jack.
Exactly, and you're not allowed to build it either.
In he goes
So
again.
He
Still
can't
gets fed.
pick up. Well, does he have his flash up this time?
All right, he's been a magician this game, but I don't think he's getting out of this one. He's going to
Eh.
try... Oh!
Whoa,
Almost
my
did it.
God. Bang, boom goes the dynamite as Wayless is going to come in, looks to try and clean up Impact. The bowl is going to land. He makes it under the turret, but Maple with the fadeaway shuriken's going to grab the kill.
Yeah.
Just disregarding towers this game.
And they're also winning despite having the 05 Yasuo. Even if everyone's camping Mouse, as you mentioned, he actually is worth diminishing gold.
Yeah.
So all the people are resetting their bounties, going off killing Yasuo, and then basically Jankos, Karsa, the rest of Team Ice is just picking up a ton of gold on the rest of the map.
Yeah, you talked about a 05 Yasuo. They've got a 5-0 Kha'Zix there.
Word.
And they can just keep going on this, pick up the first tower blood as well after the end of this play. They're looking good.
And it's not like there's much that can stop the Kha'Zix once it gets rolling. You're very familiar with this when we see everyone play Kha'Zix jungle. In IWC, watching this one more time, QTV really had no way out. Impact tried to fly in 1v4, but not very advised. He's just level 9, can't necessarily get the one shot off yet. And Maple easily able to pick up that kill.
And there's not many champions in this mode that have CC as well. But Yasuo is one of them. You know, he has that tornado, can get the knockup, can hold them then in the air as we do have more action. As Jankos is looking to try and take down Optimus, so much damage with that Q. The instant pop double kill from Waylon.
Oh, here comes
He does get his life sacrifice, but Karsa just tears them up. It's a double kill for Jankos. I don't even know who did the damage there, but a lot of it happened.
Yeah, all of them did the damage there. 4 people dead for fire. Bjerg super close to getting those resets, but the cooldown refund on Jankos, if he's able to hit the isolated Q, is just so quick that he's able to continually kill them.
7-0-5 now, and he's like, wait a minute, I'm up against Faker. That's okay. I'm still Kha'Zix. I'm still
the knockup!
He's taking the tower, but it doesn't matter. Jankos dies in the end, but they still get him.
Position, but you know, that's exactly what you need to do. See your death, embrace it, be ready for that gray scream, because he knew that he took down the king.
Yeah, we'll try and figure out who did the damage. Everyone burned their AoEs on QTV, which gave Optimus what we thought was a window. Then everyone did all the damage. Wayless comes in, uses Force Pulse, and here Bjerg was just trying to pick up all those daggers. If he could just basically Shunpo to all of them, he'd get the very quick reset.
You could see the triple kill sitting on the ground right there.
Yeah, it was about like a 1/10 of a second away from happening, but that's what happens when you have nothing but assassins.
Yeah, there's very few tank options. You can already see on Team Ice. You look at Maple, he's got the Maw completed. You look down at Karsa, and he's got his Hex Drinker. Maybe that helps you a little bit of the ways, but it's not going to last very long. And it's pretty much just been health bars blowing up. QTV, he's lucky to have survived as long as he did in that fight.
Yeah.
Well, QTV, speaking of which, has just finished his Gunblade. If anyone thinks back to when Akali was a champion that people played, certainly was looking for that item before she started doing anything.
It was back when both champion and item were very different.
That is very true. However, still very, very good Akali item in
Yeah.
her current position.
It's consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, I also just want to call out the Team Fire guys from the GPL. In the fun game modes, they've actually been the carries, especially in the one-for-all. This game, their KDAs aren't that great, but they're also the ones doing the dirty work. The Sightstone support Ari actually will help them get picks down the road because they're actually going to have vision.
Yeah, and as that kill happens, good point about the Sightstone too. Of course, they do have to convert it into a damaging item, so we will have to see Eye of the Watchers completed on it, but I mean, somebody's got to get some vision, right? Otherwise, you're going to be blind checking those brushes all day, but maybe that's the fun.
Karsa going back to his jungling ways, despite the fact that he doesn't have Smite, looking to try and pick a 1v1 with the Dragon. Optimus spots him out and says, no, 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 no. Cat versus Dragon not happening today. Maple split pushing off to the side, much as Zed is wont to do. But Waylon continues to get strong. I mean, he's got a stacking Rod of Ages now.
Yeah. And the hybridized items are actually the ones you should be going for. That's something that Jankos is doing really smart right now. He's got the MR item that can actually spell juice as well. And he's probably building...
Yep. He's just going to get blown up. Invisibility is not going to help him much longer.
Yeah,
wait.
he's super dead.
That was like the longest
Teleport.
space between kills we had all game. I think his Faker's going to find Maple, who's going to flash. And the damage is too real. Runs into Optimus. Bjergsen does get a shutdown on Karsa as it's happening. All of a sudden, Wayless tags in, and he's out.
Yep, just good escape. Bjergsen easily able to help pick up that kill with the Death Lotus. As Mouse gets a turret, look at this, doing work.
Jankos goes up there, is able to get the turret, 1 assist. The more CS he gets, the more his bounty is. That's actually the change that was put in when you had the like 010 proxy synth, so they're actually worth gold. The CS slowly increases your bounty up over time, so he will be worth gold.
Here I was thinking that he could just be worth, you know, a glorified cannon creep, so they could just send him in.
Yeah, I think essentially every 100 CS counts as an assist, and it's a gradual scale, so.
Helping to balance that out a little bit.
Quickly shoot in some actual facts in between assassin so I can still educate.
Just in case those people think they can keep feeding intentionally. No, you're worth golden. Now it's even worse. All right, QTV.
Now we saw an example of the fact that you're not invisible if you're seen by a turret.
Yeah, well also, if they hit you, you glimmer. So like they'll kind of know where you are if they hit you with an AoE ability. They can't target you, but they can use AoE.
Yep.
Even more knowledge being
Boom!
dropped.
It's like we saw with the team the other day.
I read the patch notes.
Oh, man. Smart man, Jad.
Bjergsen killed him.
Yep. Yet another pick up there with the Foxfire, I believe.
Wayless almost got a double out of that, though.
He did.
It was real close.
It's a cute jump from Faker just to make sure that he was disengaged.
All right. So, 18 minutes in. 19 to 14 kills. Bit of a slow game for Assassin Mode.
Yeah. Only 33 kills. Pick up the pace.
Come on, guys. It's all right. We'll get there. Bjergsen still yet to reach max power. He does have that Rylai's Crystal Scepter to complete after his Gunblade, which is, of course, already done.
Optimus going really utility. He's got the Seeker's Arm Guard, too, so he's working his way towards the Zanyas. We actually didn't see, like, any of that, and I'll talk to it in a minute, because there's a fight going on. Okay, we didn't see any of that in the IWCA. They want full-on damage.
Yeah. And ooh, nice little wind wall there, just to block the damage from the Spirit Rush from Optimus. Doesn't have that ultimate to help him get out now, as Bjergsen just bouncing around underneath this turret.
Yeah, he's starting to get pretty comfy on this Katarina. He's getting to the point where if he's able to get a couple of the W's off by picking up the daggers in the fight, he will be able to kind of one-shot and just fly through the fight. And as you mentioned before, there's almost no CC that would stop him. That's why I really expected to see the Pantheon, because he's kind of he's like the fun police in Assassin Mode. You try and jump in and assassinate you, and he just stuns you for 2 seconds.
I thought that was why we weren't going to be seeing as much Master Yi as well, but there's no Pantheon.
Yeah.
No Master Yi.
And therefore, we are all very happy.
No, I wanted the Master Yi. I wanted it
Really?
so bad. Yeah, I was so excited, so ready
Can't
for all
stand.
of the Master Yi mechanics
There's
and
a lot of
Pantheon mechanics.
Fair enough, there's a lot of mechanics.
I know. We saw the Garen mechanics today.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been a
just want
good day,
all of
hasn't it?
The high skill cap champions like Garen, Master Yi, and Pantheon.
In one game.
I was joking earlier that I specialize in easy champions. I was dropping all this Garen build knowledge back in the caster room.
Yeah.
I wish there was a champion filter like there are for marksman for just easy.
Yeah.
And then you know
That's
what I
want.
should play.
It's like Morgana, Garen.
Yeah.
Brilliant. As Wayless manages to run himself away using that Rift Walk. Impact now feeling the wrath of the 2v1. Good knock-up as the last breath does come in. Gets himself into the brush with that ears. Jankos looking to try and chase him down. Remember, that doesn't slow anymore as the flash does come in, and Impact's looking to run around. Wayless is in there, gets knocked up though, even though he does make his way through, and Karsa, as he turns up to the fight, is able to pick that up. But in the meantime, this tower's going to fall down.
They've had a lot of time. That gives a chance for the rest of Team Fire to kind of take down a mid-turret that'll give them a little extra gold. It's now 3-2, 20 minutes in. I mean, you want to open the map up, because even if you're not going to be the greatest at taking towers, well, those objectives can start falling fast. Baron's on the Rift, a few more minutes, and they can start doing it fast.
The honey fruit.
Yeah.
Optimus, why would you do that?
He's wasting fruit.
He doesn't want the other guys to be able to heal.
That is ridiculous. Come on, guys. Food shortage and stuff like that. You can't just be wasting resources like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I wish there was like an announcer, like if you ever played Gauntlet, where it just like insults you for wasting food.
Yeah. I hate it. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Wasted food.
Unlucky.
Well, can find himself Optimus, but it's a good charm. Bjergsen's waiting in the wings. Jankos. Oh, Optimus gets himself over to the side, and Bjergsen gets knocked up by Mouse. Now Optimus underneath the turret as QTV wants to try and make himself relevant in this game. I'm not sure whether he can.
He stays alive in all of that. Wow, that was a close touch and go for Ice. They get two out of nowhere there. Bjerg and Optimus are down. They're going to look for mid-tower.
Yeah, this is trouble, too. It's very easy to turret dive when no one is tanky. Except Impact did build a frozen mouth, so he's trying to sneak in there as much as possible. Just a refresher on the rules, like the reason Jankos is able to sit on the cloth armor is technically that builds into an offensive item in Seekers. He's probably never going to move that cloth armor,
Well, you can build
but
any
he wants
component.
it.
I mean,
Exactly.
he can fill his inventory with Glacial Shrouds if he wants to.
No, because Glacier Shroud, the Iceborne Gauntlet doesn't have 80 or AP on it.
Oh, okay.
But if it did, he could do that.
Neither does she.
Only.
So if it had like, if it was the old one, you'd be able to, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
Close. Oh, Karsa.
Hey, got
Getting
one.
it close. UTV's going to die.
Now he's dead.
What? In all chat.
Yep, definitely. 23-15. And Ice is still leading the charge, and there's a decent gold difference. But I mean, come on, you come down to like a big team fight, you're able to pick everybody off, and it's pretty much madness the entire time. Still pretty wide open.
There's so many resets in this game mode. It's just ridiculous. So as soon as someone starts winning a fight, it just gets a little bit insane. What with Kha'Zix running around, Katarina running around.
Yeah.
Kha'Zix is a pretty big, important part of that, though. I mean, you got 10-1 and 7 on Jankos. Wayless is in a world of hurt.
He has way less
Oh.
health now.
Yeah.
I make that joke again.
It kind of, I laughed at that, but it kind of hurt me.
You
a
get
little.
Yeah,
one.
do it.
You get one of those in game.
Yeah,
Job is on the line here.
yeah.
Maple now clears out the Rift Scuttler. Maple throws through. Bjergsen to clear out this minion wave. Haven't really seen too much of Maple with his friends. Been sort of split pushing off
Yeah.
to the side. Of course,
Yeah.
they're definitely pretty good at that. Has himself a couple of items at the moment. Now Impact gets jumped on by Karsa. Roll is in. So is the wind wall, though.
What's interesting is the split pusher is you feel like you're missing out sometimes because there's just fights everywhere.
Yeah.
But actually getting the minion gold oftentimes can just turn you into the carry. And also, actually pushing side lanes is kind of how you win the game a lot of the times in this mode. If you're able to avoid just full wipes when you're off pushing the side lane. So
I like to think about it like
just
the
because
guy
they're
that
all
stays
assassins.
home from the party instead of and does his homework instead. You know, he is going to get a better score at school. He's just not going to have as much fun. So of course that CS is going to help. I feel like that could be next better. You know what I meant.
I understand.
He's all on the same project team. He's doing all the hard work while his teammates are out partying.
There's two ends to that, though. You call them tryhards.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then
You don't make friends.
You know what they call tryhards in real life?
Winners.
Successful.
Exactly right.
I think it's a good metaphor there. All right, Ice is bailed out. Baker's hopped onto Maple, and he's going to Viz. Can't chase that one any further, but you can see they're sticking together like glue. Looking for the Dragon. I mean, this is a big one. Infernal Drake, 8% AD and AP is pretty hefty when he starts stacking it on all of these players.
Big minion wave towards the top side as well. You can see Pinks coming out from fire, so he's looking to try and deal with that. His impact is now
Oh, Willis, that was dirty.
Yeah, well, he's got the Lich Bane and the gun, so that's a lot of on-hit damage.
We only saw half of that on screen, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal in 8 countries.
Well, Bjergsen, he's going to be dancing in the mid lane. He's like, well, there's not a whole lot I can do. Now we've got a problem with Jankos.
no.
What the damage?
He's got a problem. Okay, he's dead. Baker's trying to push back Karsa,
Karsa.
and the tower shot.
That's pretty big. I mean, it does keep firing the game a little bit. You always worry that these games are going to snowball out of control and not be nearly as much fun.
Yeah.
But when Jankos jumps in between two turrets and dies instantly, it keeps it interesting.
I feel like you still need to play really smart, though. So, because even if you're super far ahead, you've only got more damage.
It's true, and it's like Jankos tanked up almost as much as he could. He's the Steris Gauge, which is hardly an offensive item, but it still counts because there's like 10 AD on that thing. But still, he basically gets one shot by Katarina when he flies in there. So not much tank here, and that's going to keep happening.
And Bjerg, for his part, he's also got a little bit of tank stats too because he's built the Rylai's, which of course is allowed to do because of the AP that's on it. And the slowing effect is also going to help when you start chasing people down. I mean, that can mean the difference all the time. So Katarina's going to get really, really scary as well. Jankos, even though he's super fed, it doesn't matter if you get popped.
Yeah. I love Katarina in this game mode as well, just because you really want to build all of those sort of hybrid defensive, offensive items.
I'm really glad we got to see it. I was really worried
Yeah.
that people would be afraid of picking it just because they think they'd have to lane against LeBlanc, but
Nah.
no, able
No.
to do it. Lane against Cassidy.
We've been converted last week. Vedius just wouldn't stop talking about it. It's sufficiently convinced that Katarina is a good assassin.
Well, we thought that LeBlanc was going to be a huge deal as well, and then Diana was picked in the first game.
I went like
just
12-1.
Dumped it.
Yeah.
Naru was 100-0ing people while they were walking to lane, and they didn't even see their champion die. You know how it does the snap back when you do damage? Snap back to a gray screen. That's not what you want.
All right. So everybody's kind of decided to move around the different lanes and try to grab a bit of control. Wayless is in trouble here as Optimus is coming down to help QTV and Impact.
Oh,
Got him and
what
was that? He took one with them. Oh, man, that Kassadin.
That was that green gum thing again that he did with his sword.
Oh my goodness, that gotta be a little careful when you're running down assassins.
He has his Anyas, man. He should just press it next time he goes in.
I don't think he had time.
Yeah, that reaction. Holy moly.
Yeah. The best CC is death, and this Kassadin seems to have the best CC. in the
It's
game right now.
effective. Can't deny that. Yeah.
Bjergsen clears out the minions very expertly. Maple shoves another wave in, but that tower still stands.
Rengar ult, they're gonna kill this pretty quick.
Yeah.
I like the Rengar ult beforehand because technically people want to run away a little bit, which means the response time to the Baron is a little bit slower. No one has their blue trinkets up, but they get one in.
Here. No one keeps you being.
Baker, go for the steal, buddy.
Gonna go for it, goes in.
Oh, he steals Baker! The god himself as the Twilight Shroud's in. Jankos just jumps his way out as Mouse. Once again, the sacrificial lamb, but Bjergsen's going to fall to Maple. In goes Karsa one more time, jumping out of the brush. It's a double now for Maple as Optimus says, well, all my friends are gone.
Yeah, we saw the Kazakhs took the Baron. I didn't realize it would be a steal until we read it, but you guys got it right away. Optimus tried to go in one before. Not much doing right there.
Well, Baker bought 2 Barons for his team right now. If Optimus can stay alive,
Can Wayless close?
Not gonna go for it, but Impact goes around the side.
boy.
Gets the old last breath, but it's the last of his breath for Wayless! Optimus!
Oh, dear.
He hit his Nanyas!
How much fear did you see in what Optimus just experienced? It's like, oh, no, not again, not again, not again.
7 fear right there.
Yeah,
That was a lot of
7.
fear.
All right, let's take a look at this again. That was such a
Yeah.
sick steal.
Just as a Yasuo tornado was hitting him too, so basically just gets it with the smite. Good timing right there. Bjergsen got soloed by Zed off on the side, and then Mouse actually gets a really nice fight in this one as Maple's able to collapse in. So yes, they get the Baron steal. No, it doesn't necessarily pull them ahead.
Well, Optimus as well. Going for it, doesn't find the end of that charm. Just missing. And Wayless, he's most certainly a glass cannon. That's exactly what we expected from him, and that's why I'm so happy he's in this game. If there's anyone that represents the heart and soul in assassin mode, it's Wayless, who says, I just got hit by an ultimate, maybe now I should try to escape, but no. He goes in, tries to kill someone
It worked
against
last
all
time.
odds.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
You know, the fights are like really cool in and of themselves just because of all these assassins, but you get like some of these like beautifully choreographed replays. That's like my favorite part.
Yeah, and now 4 times legendary chance as well. Thank you very much for making Baron steals. Now Mouse, what is this? Oh,
The
gets
wiggle.
final breath to
Hold
get himself
on.
out
Run.
of there. Spirit Rush is
Keep
going
going,
to
follow it.
miss out the right way. Oh my goodness, he always seems to be a possible follow-up kill to even these things out, but not anymore.
I think Mouse got a little too excited about the 4 times mystery gift. He wasn't looking at the screen. Checking the store. All right, so now they get to siege down bottom. Assassins are great at sieging, so this shouldn't take very long.
That was sarcasm, everyone.
You actually can't tell with me sometimes.
yeah, they don't act. They have one ranged champion on the side of fire who can hit the turret from far away, and that's the Ahri at 30% health. Karsa's ulting, but it would be a 4v5. It would not be smart.
I don't think so. Bjergsen's gonna get bullied.
Okay,
Back.
correction, everyone. Also, it's only a 2 times bonus.
Ah.
Just read
Because
the
it's
graphic.
assassin mode and everything just seems to be super amplified. We had to write down 4 times.
I'm
but
disappointed.
It's not true.
Oh,
Now Maple, he's managing to get out, but his friend Karsa is most certainly not. Maple now still running.
Faker's coming for him though. Oh,
Now-
he flashes!
Oh, God, repugnant damage.
Fire
baby.
pulled even too with all of that, so
He evolved afterwards as well.
it
Yes, that's what happens when you level up sometimes.
Yeah.
most likely going for the W. The evolved R, I haven't been a huge fan of. It just gives you a little bit of.
Well, he did actually pick up the
Package.
evolved art.
Did he really?
Yep.
Well, he's gone red.
Completely corrected.
Not sure whether it's better, but he does look cool.
Which, I mean, at the end of the day, that's pretty important.
Aesthetics, the man who doesn't wear skins really cares about the in aesthetics.
And it also means that when you now run into the brush, you get that free invisibility, which is super fun.
Yeah.
Wayless. Oh, he just goes right back in.
Super golden now.
He's like, do I want this? No, he doesn't.
Doesn't pick the right side as Wayless makes it a 1-for-1. Mouse now tries to fight someone, but remember, he's got barely any items because he's been dying all game.
And death does not help you
Do it,
acquire
Over
gold.
this. Not
Yeah.
great in this game.
Promised how it's going to
Experience a lot.
teach. You want to stay alive, get gold, kill minions.
See, continuing with
We have
this
plenty of assassins.
high-level analysis, chat. Thank you so
The
much.
ones with the most gold are usually the most effective.
So Ice is going to be able to knock down this mid turret. Finally, they get Optimus and a knock up. The Bull, Cars is not going to care about that. All right. So,
Okay.
go deep for him, and he gets tagged
Good
in
bait.
now. Here comes Faker.
And
picks
Maple
up
gets
Optimus, and he nails out of there.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
that shield!
Okay, calculated, everyone.
All right, a Hex Drinker's a pretty good item.
Most certainly is. Now Impact unable to close the gap onto Jankos, and they get out. Not sure how, but they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, this
my
is a good
God.
one. We have
I want to replay just of his health bar and the number on his health bar, what it got down to, because I think that was a relatively small one.
I think you might be right. All right, we're 32 minutes in. It's like, it's just bang on
20
even.
HP this
Yeah.
just in.
Wow.
Not very much.
Yeah, I think
less HP than they're all kills.
if someone
on
had
the side.
breathed on him, he would have died.
Less than half.
56 kills in this game so
Nope.
far. And only 7 turrets taken down, so that's
This
always
is
a
the
good
dream.
sign.
Yeah.
This is the dream.
Fire does have 2 mountain breaks, though. We should definitely not hesitate to note.
Yeah, it's true. If they do get an ace, that means they'll just plow through
Oh
the
my
turrets.
god, the damage.
This is-
Once again,
well-
Wayless just stacks up the Rift Walk and Rift cruises on top of the Akali as Impact finds Jankos. But remember, he's now isolated, gets knocked up as the last breath goes in. Impact, that was an odd maneuver, and he is going to fall down as Jankos gets his revenge. Faker now gets exhausted, but still kills Karsa through it. The death mark comes in. Maple doesn't quite know where he's going. Death mark, not enough damage, and Optimus is able to grab the kill.
2-2. Looks really good for Ice there, but Fire was able to tag a few more members in.
I'm gonna ask a question.
Okay.
Did the interaction for the fourth evolve when you kill Rengar? Was that removed from the game?
Well, you
Or
should
is Faker gonna be able to get his fourth one?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Is the quest there? I don't think it is.
It's
on Tournament Realm, as Mouse is going to be able to kill Bjergsen. Does have the Hex Drinker, remember, so Optimus' damage not so high. Oh my god. What did Optimus do to Wayless? Like, off stage? Because that is all he seems to care about, is killing this Ahri.
He goes in with like 100 HP. That's okay, I got this.
Maybe it's like flashbacks to Cool. Of course, Cool from OMG used to play a lot of Ahri. Wayless and Cool, you know, played against each other a lot. Might have been something to do with it. Now
Going deep there.
Faker and Jankos. Faker's so low. Oh my god, that damage.
He's a bigger context.
Really, it's just the isolation that matters. And
so silly.
in that one, Faker got a little bit ahead of himself.
Poor Faker.
Jankos was there too. He got a little bit of ahead of him.
Yes.
At the same time.
And guess what?
Baron's 10 seconds.
Faker can't steal this one.
Yes.
Oh, Karsa.
I got a secret for you. I cheated by looking at the indicator.
Thanks, Pyro. You got me. Look at his adorable Santa hat. Why would you want to kill that? Look, the little earmuffs as well. It's adorable.
I feel like Impact's going to try and steal this regardless. You Sonya's. There we go.
Good Zanya's, but it's already gone. They're going to take this one away. Mouse gets the last hit on it. No chance for Fire.
There we go. So at least the team that has Baron doesn't have the double mountain breaks.
Ooh.
A lot of people dead though.
All right.
Oh god, well there's the win wall as Karsa's looking to try and get something back while he's dying. In goes Jankos. This is a very, very good item.
Bjergsen
on his hourglass. In goes Bjergsen trying to get some resets. Mouse flashes, dashes, does all that he can. Does make it out.
2-2 again. I feel like I'm a broken record this game.
There have been a lot of trade kills. They mentioned in the Assassin rework that they wanted to make Assassins not just divers that go in and suicide, but people that can go out or in and then back out. But there hasn't been much of that in this game.
There's been a lot of in.
Trying to use the extra utility to continue to go in.
That's what I'm talking about. It's in goes Karsa, and this is why Rengar gets banned in so many solo queue games. Exactly that. You were having a good time, and you're all of a sudden having an awful. Yep.
So it's not just Wayless who's pretty much gunning for Optimus. You got Karsa who was able to take him out pretty quickly.
I don't know what Optimus said to Team Ice before this game, but he's regretting it now.
Seriously, yeah. I mean, he's having a rough time. He's been able to pick up a couple of kills at least, so. I actually was surprised when we saw the one Ahri. It was pretty much constant AD carry pickup. I say AD carry pickup, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, as IWCA went on, it was more, you know, dipping back to just the full AP, saying that, well, she's not great. We don't necessarily need an AD carry because we're against Assassins, and that is the worst time you can possibly have.
And especially when you have a Kha'Zix and Yasuo on your team.
We've seen this movie before.
Yeah. It was a horror movie, I believe.
This time, Ahri gets away.
Wayless is rather mobile now. So if you try and teleport in, he's most likely just going to go away.
Yep.
I think Impact couldn't hit that cancel button fast enough. All right, so we keep waiting.
Now going to get a buff for Wayless as well. They're looking to try and utilize their Baron buff to try and push down a tower. Most of these Assassins not with a whole lot of range and do like to have some minions that are super empowered.
Once again, they just pop the Rengar ultimate, push fire back, and then just rush the objective.
Oh, and then Wayless is doing a lot of damage to Bjerg. He bought some time. They got the Elder. They got the damage. It is now a 4v4, but Bjerg can't do anything. Faker, he picks up Wayless, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Resets on resets.
Everyone
Faker, the blast cone, everything, and that is the ace.
Jankos with the emote spam as well for the BM.
Oh, man.
There's revenge immediately for Europe.
You only get to BM Faker once. But Jankos picked the smart time to do this.
It's the very end of the year, chat. Probably not going to get revenge until 2017.
And this could actually be it because they still have the Baron buff. They have the perfect combination with the other. They just got the 5-man ace. And if they so choose, they could end the game right here.
I think that might be the case.
I like this game mode.
Would like to see a lot more of it myself, but 37.5 minutes in, they're going to knock down those Nexus turrets. This is lights out.
Yeah, Nexus turret number 2 going to fall down. Maple just going to parade around the fountain as Team Ice is going to even the score lines versus Team Fire after the assassin mode. Karsa grabs the 50 gold that you really want, and that is going to be it. And who was expecting this? By this time of the tournament, all tied up.
Yeah, exactly even in Fire and Ice points, which I'm sure all these players are really excited about that they're able to tie it up. But really, this was an incredibly fun game. I was a little worried we'd see too many mirror matchups.
Yeah.
We only saw 2 duplicate champions on both sides.
Yeah,
and Jankos, the carry, actually, 15 kills on Kaz.
That was utterly ridiculous. And in this mode, definitely a very balanced champion.
Well, it seems to be the Kazakhs that gets ahead, stays ahead, and honestly dictates the pace of the game. And Jankos, even though he died a couple of times throughout that mid-game, yeah, there he is.
Crowd loves him. Jankos has definitely had some solid moments this All-Star.
Deserves it as well, because that was such a performance. Definitely redeeming himself after this morning.
Yeah, and I know this is just a for fun tournament and all, but Jankos has actually played really well in almost all of the events, except for the time where he played Darius for the first time and lost in the 1v1. But everything else, like the jungle games that he was playing, even against NA, his early jungle pathing was awesome. He pulled Europe a little bit ahead. This game, once again, yes, he was playing probably the most OP role and most OP champion, but he did it well. He was against Faker, who was doing the same thing, and was able to kill him a couple of times.
Yeah, and we saw his confidence
off.
as well on the analyst desk. He was saying things like, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to make this one, and we're against Faker and Bjergsen. It's going to be hard. Doesn't matter. Just all business when he's on the Rift, and looked fantastic doing it.
Yeah, which is the opposite of the Jankos you're used to seeing, who trash talks a lot. Rather, he did the reverse, keep it subtle, and then actually dominate.
I like that I think they employed a very unique strategy to one team in the LPL, which was the let's have Mouse on our team and let the enemy team just take swings at him while we get everything else on the map. It certainly worked out for them.
Yeah, I do want to talk about the LPL as well, because Wayless looked fantastic in the 1v1s. Unfortunately, I believe got knocked out just recently. However, got his revenge as well. That Kassadin looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kassadin, once he kind of hit critical mass, just seemed to be a little bit better than the other champions, right? He was able to get to the scaling point and not fall super far behind early, and it's not like you can tank up against the Kassadin, so the fact that he'd just be able to shift in and one shot, not many people could do that, except he could, so he's just doing that over and over again.
Yeah, just fantastic. Mouse, unfortunately, having the worst early game in history, but still able to pick up the win. Was still doing okay things from mid to late game, you know, showing that solidarity with his team. Look, a lot of people, you get to that point and you're like, sorry, I think I'm doing more bad than good here. Just gonna go.
Yeah.
However, stuck there, landed some of those tornadoes we were talking about, and was a valued team member.
Yeah.
Once he stopped getting camped, he was doing fine.
Yeah, we saw duplicate Yasuos, duplicate Kazakhs. At one point, the Yasuos were combined 1-9. We were talking about the 0-6 Mouse, but Impact wasn't doing that great early either. Whatever.
Yeah,
all good.
A little bit of an odd one, but let's head over to stage where Dash is waiting alongside with an interview.